Paulie, what's up, bro? Tell me if my audio is okay. Whoa, don't move that. All right, let's get rid of that. What's up, guys? How you doing? Brass Taxes in the house. You were at my after party chat after hanging out with FOMO and Be the Installer. Oof, that switch from beer to wine is disgusting. Sorry, I'm out of beer right now. You guys that are joining me for the first time, my live videos or live streams are really community videos to just catch up with you guys. So just want to quickly run through who's here. We have 21 here. Paul is one of my boys who you'll see on the channel, who also helps me with my displays. You'll see him on YouTube. Ryan, what's going on? Vamps TV, what is up? Brass Tax, hopefully Brass Tax will call in. Those of you that know Brass, check them out. Vamps TV, love Vamps. Biff Malibu is here. David, what's up? David, Slow Loris, what's up? Invasion, what is going on? Thank you. Jay Sino, what's up? Horns, how you doing? Massachusetts, what's up, brother? Why are we here, SP95? We're here because we're hanging out with the community. I don't do topics. You don't have to be here, my friend. I get a little rambunctious with my live stream, so I don't know why you're here, but thanks for coming. Yarlin, what's going on? How you doing? So typically we do these just to catch up with you guys. Super chats and things of that nature are not necessary. I will answer your questions. I basically just talk and go down the line. I'm put a little pressure on Brass Tax, who is a very good friend. He is a content creator. Those of you that don't know Brass should know Brass. He's in the UK. Him and I are definitely going to work together at some point. So we'll get him on here. Check him out. Yarlin, what's going on? Stegabyte, what's going on? Hope everything's good in Scotland, my friend. Michael, what's up? Yeah, Michael, it's rough, man. Hey, Jake. Yeah, I was drinking some beer. Ugh. Gord, what's going on? How do I like the 80J? I will tell you, I'm blown away by it. I'm not easy to please, but I really, really was, shocked at how good it looks. I was really, really surprised, even though I've seen it. I've spent a lot of time with the A90J at Value Electronics, and I think the A90J is phenomenal. And if, could definitely pick it up, I will. Let's see if we can get Brass on here. But I love it. Say something.
As soon as you said rambunctious, I had to join him.
Can you guys hear him?
Testing 1 2 1 2.
I don't see anybody in the chat. Can you hear yourself? I should say. So yeah, Brass Tax here from the UK. What time is it over there, mate?
It's like quarter to midnight.
Yeah, it's not bad. So we should be playing some Battlefield 4. We've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4 with my buddy Paul. We definitely want to get on there.
Yeah, your bestie Paul, huh? Let me tell you something about Whisperstatus. Yeah, he keeps saying he wants to play. He keeps saying he wants to game. But no, he's too busy playing with Paul. I see what this is.
Oh, stop.
This is an intervention right now.
Why don't you jump on this live stream with me, bro?
Yeah, maybe next time. Right now, I'm chilling. I want to do my two favorite things. I want to talk to you, and I want to eat chicken wings, but I don't want people to see that.
Nuclear Crypto wants to know why you're not showing your face anymore.
I'm horribly disfigured. I went on. That's the thing. Do you know what? Okay, this is the truth. I know people don't believe me, but this is the truth. What was happening is is I took a massive hiatus, right? I took about a year out because it was just making videos with me in front of the camera. There's a lot of editing, a lot of jump cuts. It just took forever. So I needed to find a way where I could still do my work because YouTube's not my job. So I had to find a way to do my work and streamline what I was doing for YouTube. And me making audio, these audio reviews you see right now, it takes me like a tenth of the time. So it's purely about convenience. It's about nothing else. But I know a lot of people have been complaining. I will be back in front of the camera. I'm too egotistical, baby.
All right.
So I'll be back on there. I'll be back on there. Don't worry.
Awesome.
Just give me a bit of time.
So the plan is we're going to do some stuff together. We'll do some movie stuff and just the conversations that we have on the phone, which are pretty entertaining, no doubt. So you guys will definitely see that. But yeah, we got 52 people in here. My boy Paul is in here. Yeah, and go check out Brass's videos too. I mean, his reviews are the best in the biz. So check them out.
I appreciate that, bro. I'll send you some cash app.
So so here's a funny story is that I helped Brass pick out his LG CX. So then we talked every day about it, and then Brass buys it, does a reveal video, and then he shouts out Tech Giant.
You know what? The truth is, yeah. Listen.
He shouted out the wrong big guy, and then he.
Listen, I didn't do a review on the CX. I just spoke about getting the CX, and I shouted out my fellow Brit Tech Giant, and this one lost his damn mind. Okay?
I love Tech Giant though. I would love to talk to Paul. He's a good dude. But I'm sitting there, and I don't look for shout outs. But it was so funny, guys, as I'm sitting there like, oh, my boy bought the CX. He's doing the video with the dubstep. And then he reveals it. And he's like, you have to check out Tech Giant. I'm like, what the hell?
I was like, Tech Giant. Check out Tech Giant.
Oh, yeah.
Australian. No, but yeah. Yeah, Tech Giant's my boy.
He's the man. He's the man. All right, well, look, go get it. Go. Are you going to shoot some stuff? You staying up for a while or no?
I'll be up for a while. Because I think, you know what I think we should do? You do your thing, and I think everyone, like I've been saying I've had the CX since September, and I haven't really reviewed it. So maybe I can review it with you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right here.
Oh, you're going to review it?
So you tell me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we could do it. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it later, or what do you want to do? What's your plan?
For what? To do the CX? I think we should do a video on it.
You think so? We should do a video on the CX.
Yeah.
Because I've realized I can't do a CX review without you because you and I were going through the same issues.
That's why you shout out my boy Tech Giant. Everybody says, look, my boy Ryan says you look so similar to Tech Giant, you could be twins. I love Tech Giant though. I love his channel. He's great.
But Tech Giant doesn't have the gorgeous hair.
Yeah, got the flow. Well, your boys
the curls coming out.
Definitely get
curls coming out.
See, Paul.
The curls out for them.
Now, Paul's talking smack. Paul wants us to do a collab. So yeah, we talked. We've been talking over a year, and we talk about every day. So we're looking to do something together if he gets it together. Because he's the producer. He knows how to do this stuff better than I do. So put the pressure on him. But definitely check out Brass's channel. Check out his reviews. He's the man. But I'm going to put this phone down because it's hard for me to hold. But you going to play a little bit?
Yeah, I'm ready. You just let me know.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, people. I'll catch you guys soon.
Check him out. Better. So I'm trying to get him to I really want to do a lot of movie reviews, and we talk a lot, and trying to get him back online. It's just that for a lot of the influencers you see or YouTubers, whatever we are, I do it strictly part-time, which is why you don't see a lot of content from me. And Brass doesn't, he does it part-time as well, and we're really interested in it. We have a lot to say, which is why you'll see more of my personality here. on live streams. Even on our live streams with FOMO, I'm more measured because I don't want to get too rambunctious. But him and I have a blast. Our conversations, I wish we could just tape them. They'd be great, great content. But he's a great, great guy, and you'll see us on here together soon. Scott Woodford, super chat. Thank you so much. They're not necessary, my friend. I really appreciate it. But he said, Tech Giant helped me with the LG C1 choice. He's awesome. Paul's seems like a really nice guy. I've never spoken to him. Obviously, Brass has talked to him. But he's really great in the comments. He's responded to me. He seems like a really good dude. And a lot of us on YouTube, try to be as positive as possible and non-toxic and try not to eat each other alive. So, let's see. Let me go back up. No, I was talking to Brass, so I missed some questions. Jordan, what's up? Greetings from Tennessee. I hope all is well with you, my friend. Let me go back up. Scott, thank you again for the super chat. That's very, very generous of you. Let's go up. The new Battlefield invasion does look amazing. Jay Cino, I know you're talking about buying from Robert. You're looking at a G1. Let me know if there's any way I can help you in that regard. You can always call Robert or email him directly as well. Albert Knight, what's up? Greetings from Spain. Look at this dude. You're going to see him make a leap. He's looking right now to see if he can go for... No, actually, no, you hang back there. Let's see. Gen 10. I just wanted to say the X900 is a beast. It's a good display, my friend. It really is a good display. It was a tremendous value. And you'll definitely see, or you should see, the VRR and all that stuff be attached to it. That should have happened a long time ago. Let's see. And yeah, if you see Paul in here, Paul, again, is my buddy. Been friends for years, played video games forever. He was the one that helped me actually hang my TV. Duck. Brass Tacks, you can look him up on YouTube and just prepare to laugh because he's got the best honest reviews, talks a lot of smack, but look him up. And I hope your girlfriend appreciated me trying to pressure her to let you buy the display. Now, quick advice, if you want to have your significant other, this is for you, Duck, if she's not watching. If she's still watching, say something. The best thing you can do when you want to have a display purchased and it's out of your price range is ask for something more expensive. And then it immediately gets shot down and you're told no. Then say, okay. And then go for the lower price and then just keep at it. Just keep mentioning it. Eventually you wear them down and you'll get it. Yes, Biff. Brass does sound a little bit like Ali G. Love Ali G. Let's see. Okay. Patrick Noble. Brian is more jacked than Tech Giant. Yeah, he's a big boy. I'm not a small guy, but I don't film that way. I don't know. I've definitely got little chubby during this off season, but I like him. I think he's great. Oh, awesome, Michael. Yeah, I mean, Battlefield. I can do a whole live stream on Battlefield alone and Call of Duty and that gaming. To me, we can talk about it. If you guys, we can talk about whatever you want. It doesn't have to be TVs. You want to talk about, we talked a little bit about movies last time I was here. We talked about whatever you want to talk about. Let's talk about it. Rachel, what's up? Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Again, not necessary. Just popped in to say hi. This is my weekend to work. Got to work tomorrow. Off next weekend, heading to our local off-road park to see some fireworks. Awesome. Tell your spouse I said hello. I hope you guys are loving your C1 and the soundbar that you got with it. Please let me know if you're happy with it. Oh, David, thanks for saying hello. My boy's bouncing. Take care, David. Yeah, one rep bench press. Yeah, I like him. You got to check out Tech Giant. But it was just so funny because Brass and I were talking about the CX as it was coming out. And he had a Q90R. And we talked a lot about leaving LED to OLED and doing all that. And then my boy, I talk him into getting an LG. We talked about it every day, and he makes this video. And his work is very polished. I mean, he's doing an intro for me. I'll never be that polished. That's what he does for a living. But he shouts out Tech Giant. I'm like, what the hell? At least put me in a description, bro. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Patrick. Justin, what's up, my friend? How are things, man? Horns, I did not watch Army of the Dead yet. Organized Zombies, I remember the transition from slow zombies to the 28 Days Later zombies. And, I'll take the second to talk about, Duck Duck, she's watching? Sorry. I didn't mean that. Just I wear her down and she'll get it. Sorry. Don't watch live streams. What are you doing watching live streams? Go watch a movie or something. So I was saying about like movies. For me, a lot of movies that we're struggling with now is wonderment, new films, new ideas. And I remember when 28 Days Later came out, and you remember the whole beginning where he's like, hello, and he's like naked walking through the UK. And I remember being blown away by, if you remember 28 Days Later in the beginning when the monkeys are like rattling the cages, it set it up to this, fear, but excitement. And we need just new ideas, enough prequels, enough sequels. It's getting to be where that's all there is. And I love films and I can't find anything to watch. I don't need a Matrix 4. I know a lot of you guys are going to be frustrated with me for that. I don't need that movie. Watching the original Matrix was the other day on the A80 was, just beautiful. Really, really enjoyed that film. Just such a Highlander being redone. Why? It just doesn't make sense to me. I watched them destroy the Transformers universe. I'm watching them make these Fast and the Furious movies all day. Stop. No more. Just make something new. Terrible. All right, I gotta go back up. I see I get talking and I miss the comments. Grumpus, hey Brian, how is the near black on the 880J? Some say it's too bright in or having to put the black. No, I don't find that. Grumpus, I understand, my friend. That was how I felt about the CX when I first got it. There was definitely some lifted blacks. I have no issues with the 880. Literally, I have that TV either like in a cinema or really bright standard. I have not noticed any problems with it. It's got very good blacks. I'm really happy with it. And I haven't had it. And I would think honestly, with the blacks are so strong, putting it on 49, I just don't see the reason to do that. I think it's phenomenal. Jay Sino, what's up, dude? I'm debating on between the 880J over the G1. I have both new consoles, but I have both the new consoles, but I watch more TV than game. And now I see the 80J is on sale, so I'm stuck. Tell Lisa I said hello. That's very, very nice of her. Here's so funny. I was just saying this to Brass. I think the 80J is gorgeous, and I run these demos on them, and I check it out. Then I went upstairs, and I turned on the CX and ran those same demos. And I know in the TV world, we talk, you hear us debate back and forth. We're really splitting hairs at this level. And I'll tell you, I've seen the best displays ever made. We're splitting hairs. So when you hear us say one is clearly better than the other, I think when you see the A90J come out, people right away want to throw the C1 in the garbage. And then once the A80J comes out and it's such a good value, now the A90 is going in the garbage because it's too expensive. If you follow my logic, they're really absolutely gorgeous. To me, and again, I'll bring up brass tacks again, was that for gaming, it's not really anything other, Jay, than just the fact that everything works so well. There's no 4K 120 problems. Everything talks to technology. It all works perfectly. Sony's still in the process of working that out. And I haven't really gamed on my 80J yet, but if you want a game, the G1 is phenomenal. And the G1 has really gotten a bad rap. It doesn't have the heat sink, so right away people are saying, well, it's not as good. It's not as bright as the A90J, but it's still absolutely stunning. And Jay, I think you'll be happy with either one. And I just think you're overthinking it, buddy. If you want the G1 because the gaming is a priority. And I'll tell you this with specificity, I'm looking at the C1 at 83 inches because I game so much. And the A90J is there for me to purchase. Now it's a lot more expensive, but I'm still edging towards the C1 because of my use case. Again, tell Lisa, thank you so much. And I don't know why people, my wife doesn't watch me. It's absolutely true. And I don't have a drinking issue. I do drink when we do live streams because I'm just hanging out with you guys. And I do feel we're a community, so I do look at these live streams as an opportunity to hang out with you more than, that's why I said like super chats and things like that aren't necessary. If I miss a question and if as I'm panning, just resubmit it and put it in caps. But thank you for the super chats for those that did that. That's really nice of you, but not necessary. Yeah, Biff, the World War Z, another film that I had no expectations of and really, really enjoyed. And I loved, especially when they were the special forces guys were riding bicycles to try to keep things really, really quiet. That was awesome. DJ All Fist, what's up? Hi, how are you? Would you choose the A90J, LG1, or larger A80J will be used for movies? I'll always go larger, DJ, if you can. Honestly, I have a 77-inch in the other room, and I'm far back, so I would go 85 if I can. And in my next display downstairs, I'll be going 80, 83, or 86. So for those of you who don't know, we had like a sewer issue the last 4 months. Why you haven't seen me in the comments or seen me make content is that my basement was actually totally demolished. So it's not a renovation, but it's just kept me from making content. And my CX that I sent back to Value Electronics, I didn't get another display back. The 80J was something I bought myself to replace, but I'm still waiting to buy the one downstairs. So I'm looking at the Z9J. I'm looking at, but I would go bigger, my friend. I get a lot of questions about A80J versus A90. I could say if they were the same size, I would go for the A90. Unfortunately, if there's no 77-inch A90, and the 83-inch is so expensive. That's where the real problem is at the same size, I go A90. The problem is there's no 77-inch version, and it's double the price. But I do think the difference, again, if you have the money, is worth it because I think the A90 is phenomenal. But if it's between going from a 77-inch A90 or A80 to a 65-inch A90, you got to go A80. Let's see. I'm worried. You're welcome, Grumpus. Neil, my wife also preferred the picture on the A80J. Awesome. Yeah, there you go. Spillage Village. Brian, what TV is currently the leader for your new basement TV? What are the chances you go with an LCD? It's a great question. The current favorite, just for functionality, is an 83-inch C1, simply because I love gaming on the CX. I don't feel anything is even close to it. But as you guys know, I had a really hard time with my CX. So really rough, almost a full year of what many of you went through, raised blacks, crawling blacks. Mine had terrible banding issues. And I would say I was one of the first people to talk about the spider web. They call it posterization. I was talking about that the day the TV came out. And mine had it really, really bad. So there's plenty of videos. I do one where I'm talking about it like it's a girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend, I should say. So it was definitely an abusive relationship. But functionality wise, right now it's the C1, but I really want to look at the Z9J. And I'm really excited for the X95. I would just think at 85 inches, I might have to go 8K and the QNED. So right now there's more LEDs in the running than there are OLEDs. Does a slight horns image retention? It doesn't. Horns, the slight image retention on the 80J, I imagine you mean. I've left it on a few times. I think it might be on right now. I'm not, image retention doesn't bother me. I had plasmas for years, so I know it goes away. Burn-in does bother me, but it doesn't bother me at all. My CX has image retention at times. I saw the new Halloween trailer. Trailers are really trailers are really a work of art. They've, music, but they do give away the entire film. I don't know why they do that. And again, I enjoyed the new Halloween redoing it, but it's time for something new, guys. It's just time for something new. I mean, figure it out, write something new. Stegabyte, as you say about movies, there are making things for impact more than reality these days. as you say, Remux. Exactly. I mean, I'll give you an example. And Scott just said he enjoyed Godzilla versus King Kong. And I was doing a review on that, and I literally deleted it. And I'll tell you why. And Scott, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm going to just say this, that I need story. I need dialogue. I need to care about the characters. Now, Godzilla movies, if you're a Godzilla fan, as I am, I'm in my late 40s. I always knew those movies were terrible. Then you'd fast forward to the end and there was Godzilla, right? So that's fine. We need to expect more from these studios, right? Spectacle is not enough. I'm a gamer. I love playing spectacle. I love playing games. I don't love watching spectacle. Transformers movies to me are an abomination. I'm a huge Transformers fan. I'm a G1 fan. I didn't mind the first one that much, but when you start getting into the slapstick humor, it's all about the girls, it's all about the funniness. It just pulls me out. And I mentioned this to Brass. I was watching Conan, the original Conan, which is a very dark film. He barely speaks in it. And it's a violent movie and it's rough. And then I was watching Conan the Destroyer, which I enjoyed as a kid. And that movie's not very good. It's all funny, and you can see where they're trying to open it to a new audience. And I understand you want to sell as many tickets as possible, but it's just not. It's not story. So to Godzilla versus Kong, yes, it was a beautiful film. The way they shot it, the characters were awful. The story was ridiculous. They're the center of the earth. There's no atmosphere. I mean, Godzilla blows a hole on the planet, and Kong looks up at him, and he's like, wow. I understand you want to unplug your brain. I get it, but unplugging it, throwing it in a incinerator is a different. I want to be able to care about the characters, is what I'm saying. And even Godzilla versus Kong, I knew Mechagodzilla was coming. I'm sorry, spoiler. I knew they were going to team up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just like switch it up. And the Mechagodzilla from Ready Player One looked better. I don't know what they're doing, but all right. See, now I get all over the place. There we go. All right. 100% got you. Xbone 69. Are you ever going to buy a Samsung Q9? I know you're an LG. You know what? It sounds that way, but I'll tell you this, and I've mentioned this. I have no brand loyalty at all. I champion Vizio. I have none. I don't care. Samsung, for me, I was a big Samsung fan. I bought 7 or 8 of them. They were all defective. The KS9800 is probably the best looking LED I've ever seen. And it was defective. If you want to see some terrible videos by me, go into my videos, go to the first couple. They're KS9800s. That TV was $9,000 down from $12,000. And I was in such a bad place. I bought it. I had blue lines on the screen, heartbreaking. But Samsung's quality control is awful. I mean, it's terrible. So, but I had the Q900R. It was okay. I mean, they have to get their stuff together. Let's see. Michael, I'm staying with the A90J OLED Master because my hometown has delivered to. Great. Michael, the A90J to me is probably the best panel so far. And what's funny, we talk about the top TVs. It's not hard to come up with them. You know, you have the new Hisense. I'm not a huge Hisense guy myself, but you know, you have the A90J, you have the Samsung Q190A, you have the C1 and the G1. They're pretty much the best TVs out there. And again, if you guys buy these TVs, as Lisa is going to explain here about my poor boy Jay, and look, and Tech with KG is watching, and you know, check out Tech with KG. Awesome guy to talk to. But let Tech with KG, classy, let them do the heavy lifting. Let them break things down. But remember, at the end of it, you have to be able to just sit back, watch it, and enjoy content. So enjoy the numbers, enjoy the analytics, but remember to step out. And again, bringing up Matrix, don't view the coding of the Matrix. Watch some content. And then you'll realize, okay, it's good or not. And that's really what it comes down to, which is why Lisa, thanks for the hello, Brian. Tell Jay to pick a TV already. I'm effing exhausted. Lisa, trust me, if my wife was here, she would pull you aside and say, leave them. Because nothing's more unattractive than watching your boy in bed researching TVs over and over and over again. Tell him to put his phone away. Call Robert and grab the G1 already. If he games, grab the G1. He'll be very happy with it. But Lisa, when he buys that TV, suspend his YouTube habits. Because I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to buy the G1. Then he's going to go on Tech with KG or Classy or one of our videos. He's going to watch the wrong one, and he's going to tell you he wants to send it away. So if he's going to buy it, Lisa, just put him on suspension. No more YouTube. Just enjoy the videos. Duck, I'm glad you enjoy them, my friend. Sub Cabra, thank you so much, man. Go back to work. Thank you so much. Bleach Lover, my pleasure, man. Thank you for watching. My knowledge is the same as your... This cat, man. This guy's lonely. My knowledge is the same as your knowledge. I'm not a specialist or anything. I'm just a regular person hanging out with you. That's it. KG's chilling with the AC. Let's see. Albert Knight, what televisions do I buy? X90 or Samsung QN95A? So it's probably the new QN. It's the new Samsung is better than the X90. So if you're talking about Albert, if your English is perfect, my friend. If you're talking about the QN90, wherever you are, it's better than the X90. Thanks, Greg. Cheers, bro. Let's see. Vamps, Brian, why haven't you been considering the Z1? Z1 being Panasonic? If that's what you mean. I think you mean the Panasonic. They're not available here in the States. And Panasonic, honestly, I've always been a plasma fan, game feature wise and size wise. They just don't have the availability for me. Stegobyte, World War Z, parts of it were filmed in my main city of Glasgow in Scotland. Awesome. Snake, I'm looking to get a sound bar for my PS5 and Xbox. I unfortunately don't have a lot of knowledge. I actually have the Q950A soundbar right here. It's an 11-channel soundbar. I'm not a soundbar guy, so if anybody, you guys in the comments can help, again, we're a community, try to help him out with a soundbar. I wanted one that does Atmos, I would ask somebody help him out with a soundbar. I do not know much about soundbars. I'm more of a AV guy. I have a Denon 6700H. So let me go back up. Jay, are you watching the Lomachenko fight tonight? Jay, I'm embarrassed to tell you that I didn't even realize he was fighting tonight. I have kind of boycotted boxing, which is my number one sport. I boxed a little when I was younger. I love boxing. I just hate what's happened to boxing, so I cannot watch it anymore. Lomachenko lost his last fight. He should have lost that fight. You can't fight once every 2 years and expect me to watch you. In the meantime, the UFC fight, they fight every week, and there's interesting content every single week. So I'll rather watch them. And when boxing gets it together, we'll get it together. Let's see. DJ, my pleasure, man. I'm here to answer. That's all I do in these live streams. I don't say anything interesting. I'm just reading your comments. And the reason why I do this is I used to be super active in the comments, guys. I'm just crushed right now between career, kids, family, house. But I really do enjoy the comments more than I do making the content sometimes. So I started the channel because that's why I drink when we're hanging out. I really do feel like we're hanging out. My family's actually away. I'm working on the basement, so I wanted to take the night off and hang out with you guys. So thank you for hanging out with me. That's what you're doing. You're hanging out with me. Disco Dick. I sit 14 feet away from TVB, so I think you're talking to somebody else. If you're 14 feet away, you need a very large panel, my friend. Travis, are you going to do a review of the new LG QNED 4K TVs? I'm so sick of waiting for them. Yes, I'm going to do a review of them, the 4K and the 8K. I talked to Robert yesterday. He'll let me know exactly when they come in, so I'll check them out. I know you're tired of waiting; they keep pushing them back. So, Scott Dove, got myself an 80J from Value. It's going through the check process. Thanks for helping me make up my mind. No problem, Scott. My pleasure. Just make sure you tell them that I sent you. That's all. They're great. If you have any questions, email Robert or call him. Ryan, everyone's wife is demanding a new TV just so they can watch Brian in better picture quality. Guys, you need less. You need to take me down to 480p the way your boy is looking right now. The what's it called? The pandemic has not been kind to my fitness, that's for sure. Sammy Debs, can you tell the difference between the 75-inch and the 77-inch? You absolutely can. Sammy, if you get a chance, please watch my last video, which is an A80J Bright Room performance video, and you'll see a 77-inch next to a 75. It's not just diagonal. You got to remember the height and the width. Measure those, and it is, I mean, from far away, it doesn't seem like much, but it does feel a good deal larger. Oh, Kenny, I can't believe you did that. Vamps, just let me know what TV you mean as the Z1. Kung Fu Kenny, I'm loving the 80J so far, but I've checked 5% grayscale after the stream, and I'm seeing some vertical banding. Here's the challenge, Kung Fu Kenny. Unless you see them, and unless you see banding, do not check it. Because 5% grayscale, you will see banding on every OLED out there. They're not all clean, but once you start running tests and running slides, then it'll be in your mind. So whether you should return it or not, what I would do is watch as much content as you can, some gaming, and just try to sit back and just watch, play, enjoy content. If you see it, if you see spaceships flying by, forget about slides. I mean, you'll make yourself crazy doing that. Now, you've already done that. So your 5% gray is very hard. A lot of OLEDs will have that. If it's in the middle of the screen, that's hard. If you have some here and there, it will fade. But if you're seeing it in content and all content, then I would send it back. But you're going to see it on every OLED out there. Michael, on the Sony versus LG debate, can you talk more about impressions of the XR processor on SD and HD? Is it a bigger delta on higher res content? It's really been more for me. I've never been a big processor guy. I've always thought that it was a lot of marketing between the X1 Ultimate, X1 Extreme. I do feel this processor is better. I do feel that LG caught up last year with their processor. I do feel this one is a step up. But Michael, for me, they're just close. I mean, I find them to be close. I use the CX every single day. I've spent time with the G1 and the C1. I do prefer the image of the Sony this year, but it's still very close. But Michael, if the TV is your use case, so if you're somebody who really, and I hate to sound generic with this, if you really want movies and you want the most accurate image, Sony is by far what you need. Just their settings alone, their accuracy, it's an easy choice. But if you like to game and you want the best gaming display and a good looking game mode, then LG is the one. But I do think the processor is a big jump, not necessarily over LG, but it's a big jump over last year's Sony's. Duck, you must be old if you grew up with those old Godzilla movies, buddy. Tech with KG said, I thought the Sony OLEDs look better in every mode, even game mode. That said, when all said and done, you might go with LG. Yeah, absolutely. And again, guys, it's, you have to remember, for each individual group of us, as a group, whether it's Tech with KG, me, FOMO, B, especially when we watched it, when it was one night, it was me, FOMO, and B the installer were kind of talking about it. FOMO, even with LED, sometimes will knock down the brightness, the peak brightness of his LED. Actually, no, Tech with KG was actually on that live stream, and him and I were both talking. I think it might have been 6 of us. And we're talking about settings. I never take down the peak brightness of my LEDs during HDR. Now I can knock it down during SDR, but in HDR, I let those babies burn. FOMO really likes to also see things accurate, and as the director intended, I don't really care what the director wants. I want what I want. So that's why watching all of us is so important. Even Tech with KG does great side-by-side comparisons. He has what he likes, I have what I like, which is so important to watch so many of us. Yes, Lisa. Shin Godzilla, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Scary, too. Let's see. Zoe, I think it's the QN9 800A. I think it's still a VA panel, though. I think the 800A is a VA panel. I'm not positive with that. The 80 is an IPS panel. Android, I haven't seen that Hisense yet. The U6G, I can't recommend it to you unless I've seen it, my friend, which is the problem with Hisense and TCL and even Vizio. McDaniel, what's up? McDaniel, my boy, has a CX and a 930E. Yeah, McDaniel, if you don't see him, don't go searching. Just enjoy it, my friend. Let's see. Alex, hey brother, I really appreciate all you do. I have an 80J coming Monday, but I'm thinking about switching it to the LG C1. Should I leave my order alone or switch it up? Which one has better colors? I would argue the Sony has better colors, more accurate colors. I'm not sure what the color gamut is on it, but I mean. Again, Alex, I have the CX. I love the CX, but the 80J has been jaw-dropping. So if you want to switch to a C1, because, again, I hate to keep saying this as a gamer, but when I play CX games, it's flawless. Everything just works well. But for pure picture quality, I got to go with the 80J. So I wouldn't switch it unless you need those HDMI 2.1 ports. But to me, I love the 80. Shin Godzilla has, the iteration where his eyes are all bugged out is freaky, but the final form is sick. God, how far am I behind on these comments? Let's see. Let's see who did I miss. Brian, what kind of mounting setup is needed for a sheetrock? You have to ask B for that, because I have my boy Paul actually hung my panel. I am not handy that way, that's for sure. McDaniel, you like the Joker? The Joker was totally different. The Joker did have that, that it was more like a 7, you know what I mean, or Taxi Driver than it was. And I'm all superheroed out too, honestly, watching a lot of I was watching Endgame the other day, and I really love where Marvel was headed, but I mean, just again, I'm fatigued with that, no doubt. Patrick, yeah, I love the Q9FN. That's one of my favorite LEDs. Jordan Cole. Ooh, sorry. You had once mentioned 77 was the peak for 4K before picture quality degrades. Honestly, Jordan, I did feel that way. 85 to me was like the farthest you can go with 4K. As long as you're a certain distance back, you're fine. But if you're somebody who sits like I do, 5 to 6 to 8 feet away, 85 is probably too big. The 83-inch OLEDs, I don't feel the same way because, again, the processing on the Sonys and even the C1 looks great. But if you were to go from a 77-inch OLED and you were sitting 5 or 6 feet away, which is what I do, jumping up to 83 might be a little too much. But it still looks beautiful. I mean, it still looks gorgeous. So I would say that we're getting into 8K land soon, but unfortunately, regardless, there's no 8K content. So Pacific Rim was a better Godzilla movie than Godzilla. I love Pacific Rim. And Pacific Rim looks phenomenal. My favorite 4K Blu-rays. Whoa, I'm way down. Neil, you're not wrong. So Neil, there was a great article. I'm sorry. It was actually Emily Blunt was on Howard Stern talking about Quiet Place, and they mentioned Edge of Tomorrow and asked if they were going to do a sequel, and they just said basically they don't want to take a risk. It's not a property they want to invest in. So it's true. That was an original film, so you're not wrong, but they don't want to take chances. But that's not, you're seeing that with games too. You're seeing, they're going back to Dead Space. I love Dead Space, but you're going back to games that they think we're going to remember instead of doing something new. And it's a shame. Now, Lisa and Duck, it's Lisa and Jason that are together. Duck's girl. Duck, put your girl on there so she can talk some smack. Ro, thank you for the super chat, Ro. Not necessary, but I appreciate it, my friend. Hi, Brian. I'm deciding between the LG CX or LG C1 for my PS5. Which one is the better option? Never had an OLED TV before. The CX to me is the better value. So I would say go with the CX. I mean, it's to me they're very similar. The one thing I'll say that I think the CX has the advantage is the CX has been completely updated. So you're not going to go through the same issues I had where it was like, hey, whoa, hey. So I would recommend the CX for value, and the CX is going to be updated with 4K 120 Dolby Vision. So Ro, if you're on a budget, grab the CX. If you just want the newer panel, go with the C1. But if you want to save a little money, the CX is a really good value, and they're very, very similar. Some like the CX interface better. I would agree it's less cluttered. So, check that out. But thank you for the super chat. Hopefully that answered your question. Value, go with the CX. The C1, if you really want a newer panel, you'll love them both, especially coming from a 43-inch 1080p display. I think you'll love it. Just do me a favor, Ro. As I mentioned in the other live stream, if you're going to game on it, just in YouTube, set yourself up some demos of your favorite full screen demos of, I don't care what company, Samsung, whatever, really pretty ones. When you're done playing, just run them and just kind of refresh your screen. Let's see. Where are we? And again, thanks for the super chat. That was very nice of you. Dale Patterson, soundbars suck. They are for people who don't care about sound quality and sound experiences. I don't know if I agree with that, Dale. They're practical, and if you're a sound purist, then that's your thing. I typically don't say anything sucks, not my style. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't think the one I have here is, supposedly really, really good. I'm not a soundbar guy, but if you're looking for space, if you're looking for value, Atmos, Matrix, then they're a good option. But you're entitled to your opinion, Dale. I'm not a big anything sucks kind of guy. That's not the way I roll. But thank you for sharing your opinion. Sammy Debs, Collateral from, was it Tom Cruise? Great movie, actually. You're not going to see many movies made like that now, just good little movies. That's another one that was very original. Good flick, but you're not going to see a lot of those. That was Michael Mann, I think, did that. Raptor, I have not updated my E80J yet. I'm going to try out the soundbar and see if the eARC has been fixed. I hate that they're having issues with that because there's no reason for me to keep it if it doesn't work with eARC. But I'll let you know. Neil, Sonos and ARC. I mean, the rear sounds decent for a soundbar. I mean, if you're looking for the best sound quality in the world, no, soundbars are not going to give it to you. But if you're somebody who wants to have that soundbar or that surround effect, they do a great job for not a lot of money. And we're not an elitist group here. I love very high-end stuff, but I also really like value. McDaniel, my boy, you replied to every single comment I have ever made. You're always worked harder. McDaniel, I try. I can't interact as much as I used to, my friend. But yeah, you're one of my originals, and much love to you, my friend. Patrick, you leaving me, bro? He said, thanks for letting us hang out with you as well. My pleasure, man. I'm really far behind if you're responding to that. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. I agree. Brian is going to take the soccer moms away from Techno Dad. Why does Techno Dad have a lot of soccer moms? My female engagement, guys, is like 1%. So I don't think we're worried about any women watching me, to be honest. My own wife won't watch me. Rob Bell, today I spoke to Robert Zahn at Value Electronics, picked up the LG 83-inch from him, QC break-in. Awesome. I hope you tell him that I sent you. I was probably there when you called. So I'm calling Robert on Monday. Good. Tell him, Jay. So Jay, Rob just ordered one, and Jay just ordered one. Again, throw my name in there, Jay. He'll take good care of you. And, hopefully it saves your relationship and just, no more TV talk. And again, Lisa, if he buys that TV, just cancel his YouTube subscription. All right. Are you guys in the same room? Rachel, I thought you were at work. Rachel, thank you, my friend. I thought you were working. Play the first Darkness game. Oh my! I have the that's a great. Darkness was awesome. I have the second one on PC too. Fantastic. Mr. Mystery, what Whisperstatus? What AVR do you use? I have the brand new 6700H Denon 11.2 channel Atmos. I do have that. It's new it was a 2020. I don't plan on upgrading because it's a brand new AV. So that's the one I have. Where are we? Do hits Paul. Hey, love your channel. Looking to get either an LG CX77 or a Sony A9G77, which is better. Sony has the A9G on sale for $2,099. The CX is on sale for the same price. I love the A9G Master Series. To me, it's one of the best panels ever made. But for me, it's just getting old. It's just getting to be an old panel. I think it's hard to say. Master Series are phenomenal. It's just that it's a 2019 panel, my friend. And as much as I love the A9G, it's been replaced now with the A90. I would say, no. I would say go with the CX. Again, or get an A80. Just get the A80 because I know the Master Series is tempting and there is a prestige to it, but go with the A80 just for the better processor and it's got better picture quality. Let's see. Hopefully that helps, my friend. Mike, when is the Jay-Z coming to Value Electronics? What's funny, Mike, is Robert is in talks right now at Panasonic, and they just don't. The panels that he sold for them sold out immediately. They just don't. That's not their focus. So he's trying to get them, but I don't really see them coming in. I would love to see them, honestly. I think the ones I saw were amazing. I thought they looked better than the A90. And those were those Hollywood monitors they were 2019 as well. And they're just monitors. There's no smart features on them, which is fine. Keep it classy. What's up, my friend? Hopefully you're still on because I'm way behind on this. Hey, Brian, bit late to join. Rewiring all my stuff for the new TV and dusting. Cool. Keep it classy. Just met him not long ago. Check him out. He's got a great channel as well with Tech KG. Nicholas, hey, Brian, do you dye your hair? No, I do not. I have gray all through here, and I have gray hair here. So, no, I do not dye my hair. And my hair is real. My hair grew out during the pandemic, and I had people thought that I had a wig. They're like, hey, nice wig, bro. Thumbs down. Terry, what's up? I want the video to pop. I hate best movie modes. I guess you guys might be talking to each other in here. So, let's see. Rick's talking to Classy. Thanks, Kek. I think you're congratulating me for buying a new TV. Thanks, buddy. And we'll talk about the new ones or you might be talking to somebody else. I don't know who you're talking to. You guys are all talking to each other. Okay. Travis, thank you so much for the super chat. Showing some support for Brian. Please buy a 6-pack of Harpoon IPA. Thank you so much, Travis. That is so super kind of you again. Super chats are appreciated, but they're not necessary. As you can tell, I'm trying to answer everybody, but that's very nice of you, Travis. I'm drinking like Pinot Grigio right now because out of beer. It's a terrible transition. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Very generous of you. Rashid, what's up? Just stopping by to say hi. Keep up the good work. Been off YouTube lately. The YouTube's not a bad thing to be off of, by the way. I'll tell you that. I'm watching I'm watching like how to cook a steak in a cast iron pan. So I mean, I'm getting lost in the YouTube algorithm as well. So it's draining, definitely draining. So I totally understand. All right, so there we go. All right. Adrian, the price of the A9G actually is going to go up. So it's from what Robert told me, Sony is officially out of them. They obviously stopped making them, but they don't have any more in their stock, so they will go up. Griffin, what do you think of Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow? That's one of the films that really needs a 4K upgrade. I liked the film. I thought it was cool. I don't know if I really wanted to see Christopher Walken as the main bad guy, but I mean, I'll tell you this another movie thing that I don't love, and I'm going to go back up because a lot of you guys are talking to each other, which I love, but another movie trope that is making me nuts is adding a lot of actors that we all know. I'll give you an example. I was watching Irishman. We'll use that one, from Scorsese. I spent so much time watching that movie going, oh, that's the guy from Sopranos. Oh, that's the guy from Godfather. Oh, that's the guy from, it took me completely out of the film. I don't need to see Rock in anything else. I don't need to see Chris Pratt in anything else. I don't need to see Mark Wahlberg as Uncharted or the dude from Spider-Man as Drake or the dude from the guy from Wonder Woman who was also in Game of Thrones. I don't need to see that dude be Joel. There's so many good actors out there. Watch the UK shows. Watch these guys all act. I do not need to see that. I do not need to see that. So for me, film-wise, I'm telling you, I could do a whole channel on that alone. Discover some new talent. There's plenty of guys and girls out there. Stop using the same people for 10 different, like The Rock again, bro, like in another movie. How many franchises you want to be in? How many times you have to be wearing jungle pants and khaki shorts? That dude's been in a million jungle movies. Mark Wahlberg, like really? You're gonna be Sully? Like who's making these movies? Oh, Rachel, you're off work? Okay. Thanks for hanging out and having a cocktail with us. Keep it classy. He's giving some tips. Classy, I'm not watching those videos now. I make a pretty mean steak in the cast iron. Ask my boy Paul, who's in the comments right now. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go backwards here. Okay. Yes, take a bite. I would say that, YouTube can get you, fix your furnace too. VOC, Brian, what are your thoughts on the 85-inch QN90A? Love it. I think it's the best LED so far, except you have the 95 coming out and the QNEDs. But to me, the QN90A is probably the best, again, LED this year. The problem is, hopefully it's of good quality in terms of its manufacturing and quality control. But I think it's the best LED this year. All right, I gotta go back up here. Johnny 5, hi Brian. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Johnny 5. Johnny 5, is that Short Circuit? Hi Brian, best picture quality TV for cable. 7. Forgot that cable even existed. LG C1, Neo Q, and 90A. Do OLEDs have problems with picture slight fuzzy faces when on cable compared to QLED? That's an interesting question. I don't watch a lot of regular cable. Samsung's always been very good with upscaling, but OLEDs are right there. Whoa, as my cat just knocked over my light. OLEDs are right there. I would say it's a toss-up. I mean, if you're buying based on that, the QLED, if you watch a lot of sports, I would go with the QN90A in that regard. Okay, heading back up. And thank you for the super chat again. Very kind of you. Just Jay Games. That's my boy. Jay, what's going on, my friend? Jay Just Games is one of the original guys watching me when I had like 4 subscribers. Paul was actually my first subscriber. But Jay, what's going on? I'm just happy I have my hair, my friend. Oleg Kingdom, how are you, my friend? You're not late. We're going all night. I'll do these for 3 hours. I don't know why you guys are. I don't find myself interesting. All we're doing, you guys understand that all the channel has ever been for me, honestly, and this is what sets me apart, not in a good way. It's not a good way. I look at YouTube. I'll never talk at you. I talk with you. So to me, the way I look at it is we're in a big movie theater in a circle, just kicking around ideas. I miss watching movies with my friends and my uncle who introduced me to all this, a few years older than me, gaming next to each other. It's the biggest reason why I do YouTube is for this interaction. Again, I'm part-time YouTube. You're going to see all these other guys blow by me. It's just something that I enjoy this more than I enjoy making actual content. Let's see. Rob Bell, I mentioned your name to Robert Zahn. I asked him if he had too much business from watching. Yeah, I mean, business is booming. We're not hurting it, that's for sure. But also, Value Electronics is an extremely wealthy area. So, I mean, they're clearly selling. You're welcome to Heats Ball. Am I caught up? I must have missed. How am I thought? I haven't watched any sports, Jay. So I haven't watched any NBA playoffs either. I still love playing basketball. Brandon Lee is in the house. Let me take a minute to cheers to Brandon Lee. Brandon is another one of the originals from my channel, our channel, our community. Brandon's awesome. I'm going to tell you guys, though, with YouTube, and I'm not sure if Tech with KG or Classy are seeing this, but when I first started, you would get bombarded with negativity and these negative comments, and I love to fight. So even physically, so I was in those comments, and don't waste your time doing that. But guys like Brandon, a lot of these guys from the beginning were always really, really friendly, always really, really supportive. And as you're seeing, like, us all with FOMO, and you see Tech in there, you see Classy in there, we're all about helping each other out. We don't have to agree with each other. It's better if we don't agree with each other, but because you're just getting different views. But we're all there to support each other, and I think it's really the way to go, and it's better for all of us information wise. But I want to enjoy my whatever time I have. You guys are such a random cattail here. You guys are such a positive aspect of my life, and I mean that. You're adding to my life, and I've shared this with you guys before. It's when I was going through this whole TV debacle, I'm explaining this to you. We have some severe illness in my family, right? So I'll share that with you guys now. So I'm downstairs. I'm a father of 2 little girls. I'm married and busy career. And I buy these TVs, and some of the loneliness feelings are when these TVs were defective and there was no one to talk to. No one to speak to about it. And especially when you know more than anyone else in your life about the subject. So having now where guys, I just met Keep It Classy, and Tech with KG. Now I have these guys I can reach out to and say, hey, are you seeing this? That's grown over the years. And I'm glad to say I was one of the first I'm the only therapy guy, but the more positive guys are looking to help each other versus hiding information. Tech with KG, I know, enjoyed the community, enjoyed being part of it. He's mentioned me in a couple of videos about, being positive through, there's no reason to rip people down. So I really appreciate that. And it's really something. You guys enrich my life, So thank you so much for that. Thank you, Grumpus. And I'm glad, like, keep it class. You guys have had 99% positive for me. People like to attack me. I think I'm attackable, but that's all right. We'll see how much they'd attack me if they saw me in person. I always think that'd be interesting if you weren't behind the keyboard. Patrick, that's why I love your channel, because none of my friends. Yeah, we gotta. I mean, how many times, if you're somebody who's like really into sports, for instance, you're a big sports guy, you know, you're trying to look over at your wife or husband or partner and you're trying to talk sports. They're like, dude, shut up. You need to have people to interact with that like the same thing, you know, and you don't have to agree, though. That's the key. You don't have to. Some of the best discovery is through disagreements. It's okay to have, I mean, the word argue is really discussion. It's okay. None of your biz match. Best LED TV in the 75 to 86 range right now is the Q, and then the Samsung QN90A is what I would go for. Duck, what is your favorite fight boxing you've ever seen? Probably Gaddy Ward was probably one of my favorites in the last number of years. Met Arturo Gatti, really, really sweet guy, tiny guy, really, you know, sad that he passed. But again, love boxing, one of my favorite. Let's see. Tech with KG. I went 2 hours and 30 minutes last night. My live stream, I was pretty shocked how many people stuck around. I mean, so am I. I wouldn't watch me this long. But it's just, look, it's a Saturday night. My family's away. And, you know, I'm here chilling with you guys. I could have gone out with some friends or hung out. But I really, I'm going to tell you that being a YouTube creator so let's just say this. In my house right now, if I wanted to do a lot of content, I have this brand new Samsung Q950A soundbar. I have the X90J upstairs. I have all these TVs. I just don't have the time. And it wears on me. The only part of YouTube that wears on me is I want to be more interactive. I want to do more. And life just gets in the way. And I know a lot of the other creators have wives and kids, and but I have a full-time career. So it's hard, but I do feel the only part about YouTube that hurts me is I can't do more for you guys, and I can't be more for you. That's why I'm there doing a lot of these live streams with FOMO. I very rarely have, the time. We'll have cats crawling all over me. But I do appreciate you guys being there. Let's see. Oh, Grumpus, that's a good question. If you have any, I just lost you, buddy. Okay, if you can have any movie from the past remastered in 4K UHD, which one would it be? Honestly, probably The Crow. I'd love to see The Crow in 4K. That would be my number one, probably. The Crow, no, that's a lie. The Crow, and then The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. I'd love to see that get a nice 4K remaster. I would love to see that. Let me know what you guys would love to see in 4K remaster. I think I got caught up. Griffin, I've been mostly sticking with lower budget or foreign films. I feel you. A lot of the foreign films, you can be immersed. I remember one of my favorite guilty pleasures, guys, is a movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf. Came out in 2001. Le Pax de... Whoops. French movie. Mark Dacascos was in it. I love that film. I'm going to watch that tonight, actually. I love that film. The relationship between these two guys, the fighting. It's a horror movie. It stands up not great with the technology, but Brotherhood of the Wolf, that movie, it's phenomenal. I feel like everything I'm watching now is a rehash of something else. It makes me crazy because movies were my favorite getaway, and they really aren't now because I really don't watch anything. Like I watched Extraction with Chris Helmsworth, right? And I actually liked that movie. But I almost didn't watch it because he was in it. And I like him. But I don't care about who he is or his personality. And I want to watch a character. Do you know what I'm saying? So I almost didn't watch that movie because of him. And I actually really enjoyed it. But I don't need to see, like, I'll give you an example. I'm definitely a minority here because Brass will kill me. I don't want to see any more John Wicks. That was a cool movie. But now you're getting to the point where disbelief. The cool thing about John Wick was it was all shot in frame. He was really reloading. All of that was accurate. That's what made the movie so good. The second one, great. They're all good. But chill. Enough of them. It's ridiculous that he's even alive. It's just come out with another one. Come out with something else. Justin, what's going on? Justin Bergman, what's going on? You're releasing Brotherhood of the Wolf. Great. How about 4K? Hot Dude 1. Yeah, check it out. I mean, you've seen it in a long time. Oh, everyone, Brother of the Wolf. Yeah, Griffin. I mean, it's great they're giving me a Blu-ray. You know what? I have Brother of the Wolf on HD DVD. That's why I kept my HD player. YJT90. Yeah, the Fast and the Furious movies, man. Watch the first one again. What a good movie. I mean, good movie. I know they got crazy with this action. I mean, like the car, it's just stupid. And then again, guys, if that's your thing, that's great. I don't enjoy those movies. I just don't. I like The Matrix. Let me give you an example. When you're having the disbelief taken totally away, right? In The Matrix, there's a reason for that. In The Matrix, they're in the Matrix. So now fly around, do whatever you want. Another film that I thought was great, and this is about like female characters now being overpowered. We won't get crazy with that subject, but Underworld. I love the original Underworld movies where she became more powerful. She was powerful. It was an original concept. I mean, really, really cool films. Don't need 7 of them, though. Brett Reed, thank you so much for the super chat. I know you said it. Here's Brett. I don't even know if you guys are seeing these. I know you said it's not necessary, but you're getting a tip anyway since it's time for a beer run. Thank you, my friend. I really, really appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. Very sweet of you as well. I would say it's very sweet. Now, Horns, Born Identity. Born Identity, man. Those first couple, they were all good. Except when you went back. You went back to that after the dude's been out of the movie for 9 years or whatever it is. You bring Matt Damon back. He was clearly older. Griffin, yes. Underworld might be the worst 4K Blu-ray I'd ever seen. It was like the longer version where they actually added the actress from the remake or from the prequel. But I liked Underworld on Blu-ray better, actually. Very grainy film. I'm going to try popping in on the A80 and see if that's any better. And maybe it's better. Yeah, Mark Dacascos was great. Goonies, there you go. But see, like even Goonies, all right? So let's go all the way around. Goonies. Hold on. All right, let's go back up here. Brett, thank you again, my friend. Yusuf, I'm missing the actual TV questions. Do you advise me to buy the Sony X90J or better off buying the X900H? I like the 90J better. It's brighter, it has a higher contrast ratio, and it's got the newer processor. So the X900H is a better value, but the X90J is, for me, a better panel. I have it. I enjoy it. You'll see more content on it because I'm getting the X95 once I bring back the X90J. So it's advantageous for me to get it back, but I like it. I will go over the X90H. And plus the X90H struggles with 4K 120. Even keep it classy if he's still on here. We're seeing that it, cut the resolution in half. You can't have that. So X90J. I've run that 4K 120. It looks fine. Mark Dacascos. Yeah, he was on like Top Chef. Was it the Kung Fu Chefs? Oh, man. Definitely. J to the M. What's up, man? J to the M snuck in. Another original gangster. J to the M. Now, both J to the M and Just J Games tease me for not playing any games. Brass Tacks will also tell you that I'm a hardcore gamer that has no time to play games. Where are we? Read the books. I imagine you're talking about Lord of the Rings. Oh, I was saying about Goonies, right? So Goonies, again, one of my childhood films. I enjoyed Super 8, which was kind of a bite off the Goonies. We didn't realize that J.J. Abrams' whole thing was to copy other directors. Then you had Stranger Things. All right, Stranger Things, to me, first season, awesome. Loved it. Liked Levin. I'm an Akira fan. I liked that there was a little bit of the horror elements. Second season, Then for me, once they got to that craziness where it's all comedy, lost me. I mean, you're pulling me out. Lost me. Brass tacks. Yeah, I'm still on here, bro. I'm still on here, my man. Jill Vardaman. Can I have a shout out? My name is Ella. Ella, here's your shout out. Shout out to Ella. Ella, thank you so much for watching. There's your shout out. Jill, Ella, who is Jill Vardaman, though? Then again, my name is not Brian Status, it's Whisperstatus. But shout out to Ella. Ella, thank you for watching. Jaws is the greatest movie ever made, Lisa. So I don't know who you're talking to in there. Keep it classy. Lord of the Rings UHD was a huge disappointment. So much digital noise reduction causing mental faces. There was definitely a lot of ups and downs with that in terms of picture quality. I know even the original Blu-rays, again, it was back when you were trying to you're trying to mend together or blend together practical effects with a lot of CG back then, and it wasn't always successful. But those movies to me blow away. To me, when I talk about movies that are good versus bad, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, Return of the King, and then compare them to The Hobbit. That's the change in Hollywood. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I'm watching The Hobbit, and even my wife, like, this movie's ridiculous. I'm watching these guys jumping in and out of barrels. They're flying down bridges, just kind of ridiculous. Let's see. Let's see. Equilibrium horns, definitely. That was a good movie, Equilibrium. And guys, if I miss your thing, I'm literally all over the map here. If I miss you, go back up. Or just, I'm sorry to say, see it again. Mr. Mystery, I'd like to see Terminator 2 without all the DNR. Absolutely. Yeah, that would definitely be much better. I'd like to see Terminator 1. Terminator 1, too. What a good movie. Terminator 1's a horror movie. God, I love that movie. When he goes in and she's on the listening to the Walkman, and then he punches the pillow. Don't make me mess you up. Throws him through the door, and Arnold comes through just like back when Arnold was so silly later, but like in that movie, there was just no like hasta la vista, baby. It was just like badass. It's okay to be that. You don't have to be funny. Be badass. It's okay. As a Terminator, he was sick. I didn't need to see him in 9 more movies, though. I don't need old Arnold. I don't need old me, let alone old Arnold. That's why I drink during these things. All right. Going back to the comments. Travis, still love Underworld. Love it. Summy, do you think older movies should be restored in 8K? You're going to see it with streaming. You won't see 8K discs. But, I mean, they're going to have to make you buy them. There's a reason for buying 8K TVs. They're not going to be able to do it on the gaming side for a long time in terms of the consoles. So you're going to see some, but they'll do them on streaming. You'll see like a restreaming. I mean, I was somebody that thought that a lot of movies were better off in 1080p. I thought that was the wall for films, since a lot of them were 2K upscales anyway. And I was disappointed in a lot of the old films being redone. A lot of them were just straight transfers. Galactico Burnaby, just came home from my friend's wedding, drunk and tired, here in Sweden. Was going to go to sleep, but saw that you were live, so I'll sleep later. So, Galactico, what you need to do, since you're drinking and you're back from a wedding, get something to eat, bro. Just open that fridge, keep your iPad or whatever you're watching open in Sweden, and eat. You're gonna hang out. That's what I do when I drink late, is I eat. But thank you for watching, my friend. Jill Vitamin, I did say hi to Ella. So hi Ella again from Jill Vitamin. So make sure you pass that to her, please. Yeah, Equilibrium was great. Rick Shaheen. What's up, Rick? That's my other Transformers buddy. Had to rewind to my soccer mom comment when Brian laughed because she thinks I'm not funny. Who thinks you're not funny, my friend? Jill Vanaman, sorry if it's mean, but how old are you? How old am I? I am 46. No, I am 47 years old. Yes, I'm 47 years old. Oof, that was painful to say. Yes, I'm old, Jill. Yeah, Horns, bringing him back. I mean, the separate movie with Jeremy Renner wasn't terrible when he was like a hot actor, but they did the whole thing with the he needed drugs to be powerful. I don't understand that. Yusuf, my Yusuf, my pleasure. I didn't see Parasite, Jay. Actually, I missed that one. Incomprehensive vastness. I can't get over the stupid letterboxes. Just start shooting movies. You know, I can't disagree. Incomprehensive vastness is. I remember I first got my first widescreen panel. I was one of those idiots watching letterbox movies on CRTs, and I had to have girlfriends literally watch movies with me. And I'm watching a 32-inch Trinitron, and we were watching Snatch, if you remember. Great movie. And Snatch is one of the movies that if you went into the menu, it would show you the letterbox versus the pan and scan. And I remember telling this girl, I'm like, look, so you're getting so much more real estate. And she's like, but it's like this. You can make whatever joke you want about size. But she was basically saying, you're telling me you're getting more real estate this way, but literally on the 32-inch TV, it was like a little tiny, it was ridiculous. So when I got my first 16:9 TV, I'm like, I can't wait to see full screen. And then I saw these crazy letterbox. I'm like, what the hell is this? So yeah, I agree. I love like Avengers is full screen. So I hear you. I hear you. And especially, what's funny is that, yes, when you buy those TVs and especially when you're watching something that's 55 inches or smaller, and then you see letterbox, you're like, why the hell is this so small? Like, why is this so small? And yeah, I totally agree, man. I agree. Oof. I have not. Who asked me that about Dolby Vision? I have not played Dolby Vision on PC, my friend. JC, I haven't tried it yet. I will say having Dolby Vision on my consoles is fine, but you're forcing it on every game, so you're not really making me believe it's really Dolby Vision. So Brass told me that he thought that Battlefield was going to be a native Dolby Vision. So I had so many issues with HDR10 on PC a few years ago on Forza Horizon, that I need HDR, especially games like Forza. But I'll leave Dolby Vision. And PC gaming, I still game on a PC, but I'm not buying anything. I'm not upgrading to anything until they start figuring out their GPUs and CPUs and all that. Griffin, Casino Royale was a very grainy 4K release too. It was an early release. Yay, JT. Yeah, Black Hawk Down is an amazing Atmos. And Black Hawk Down is another film that actually does really good film quality with grain. Black Hawk Down is absolutely gorgeous film. Let's see. Jill, I don't know if you're talking to me, but let's see. Oh, I got totally lost right here. Line of Fire, Theo? I gotta check that out. See, keep it classy. I understand that the Windows 11 is bringing that. I don't know if I want auto HDR on games that didn't have it, but we'll see. Some what do I think of TVs that don't support Dolby Vision? Having Dolby Vision for a really long time now, I wouldn't give it up, honestly, but I do think that Samsung makes up for it in many ways with its color. So I wouldn't go back to a TV without it unless there's really only one manufacturer that doesn't really have it in regards to Samsung. But I wouldn't have that totally dissuade me if the TV was that good. I like Dolby Vision a lot, but I wouldn't not buy something as a Dolby Vision. I think now FOMO was younger than me. And Paul's 50. Hi, Paul. Travis, thank you for the super chat. What is your dream speaker 2-channel home theater? You think buying TV is hard buying? Yeah, I have BMWs downstairs, Travis, so I would go with BMWs. But no, thank you for the super chat. Very nice of you. Again, not necessary. Speakers are a whole nother level of bright versus deep versus whatever. It's a whole nother level as far as what you hear. And I mean, I like the BMWs, but Robert and I were talking about rebuying speakers for my surround sound, and I don't even want to. So, and I'm the wrong tech guy, unfortunately, to ask, because I'm just not that big a fan of changing out my speakers, but I like BMW. Griffin, I've definitely seen Judgment Night. Great soundtrack, by the way. Ultimate Neo, what's up? You're here for the after party. What's going on, my friend? $73. Phone was not $73. Thank you, Patrick. Oh, come on, Terry. I have that tonal gym thing coming in, so we'll get back in shape at some point. Yeah, fitness is definitely lacking these days. All right. -1. I got the Samsung QN90A. So far, so good. Only one issue. I noticed some dirty screen for gaming is good. Again, -1. I would try different games on it and see how you like it. You're going to see a lot of DSC on Samsungs anyway, or LEDs in general. If you can live with it, it's a great panel. Definitely vamps. You're going to have a lot of problem with it. IRL HDA, I get a lot of hate, but I actually liked Bright on Netflix. I did not buy. Was that Will Smith? I'm not a big Will Smith guy anymore. But if you like it, you like it, brother. I'll tell you. Raw Deal on Arnold Schwarzenegger, very old film. It's all right. It doesn't really stand up the test of time, but he's definitely serious in that one. Come on. I don't think they'll do a transfer of Terminator 2. Maybe if there is an anniversary for it, they might do it again. But I think they're done. I mean, the 4K Blu-ray stuff is really drying up. I saw when John Carpenter did, Escape from New York, and there was literally Escape from New York, They Live, all these other things. I'm like, wow, you put these in one Prince of Darkness, you put them in one thing for $20. I mean, Escape from New York should have had its own. It's not a great transfer. Woody, what's going on? Woody is here. What's up, Woody? How's it going? And not to say, obviously I have a good sense of humor. I'm up here talking smack with Stranger Things. It's just, good example. If you look at Lord of the Rings, hard to compare Stranger Things to Lord of the Rings. Or if you look at Harry Potter, for instance, Harry Potter series, read the books, same with Lord of the Rings. As those movies progressed, as the characters evolved, you saw their demeanor change. You see at the very end of Lord of the Rings, especially in Return of the King, how spent Frodo is. And then at that very end of that film, when he gets on the boat and he looks over his shoulder and he has that little smile, that tugs at you. You're seeing the character's arc and evolution and the damage. Harry Potter, by the time they have this, there's one scene where Harry Potter and Hermione are dancing. They have this one moment, this one sweet moment in all this horror. And the fact that they had this good moment was like, oh, and then it was realistic where they felt bad about it. That's arc. Stranger Things, they're chilling in a mall making jokes when their friends are getting killed in the next room. That's, again, supposed to be funny, just not my cup of tea. Just not my thing. I'm just not into, I like comedy and comedy. I like smart comedy in some horror films and things like that. But Stranger Things just, to me, and it's just a way to be doing, it's like 80s soundtrack. I don't know. Jennifer Gallo, my friend Jennifer, is in the house. Jennifer is a content creator. You guys should all know who Jennifer is. Another fantastic friend on YouTube who is in Canada right now. She is a content creator. She is a composer. She is a filmmaker. Check out Jennifer. She is a sweetheart. She also has a gaming channel as well. Check her out if you want to see Dolby Vision. You want to see 8K. You want to see, try those demos. They're phenomenal. Actually, don't use Jennifer's demos because she's a friend, and I would not do that to one of my friends. But I'll always send people to her. All right, guys, we were an hour and 30 minutes. We had 89 people in here. I don't know why you guys are still watching, but I appreciate it. Okay, where are we? You guys like this? You guys are enjoying hanging out like this? Jeeves, I'm pretty selective with my 4K purchases. Most 4 games I've been out are mostly. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Sam, should I get the LG CX now or wait for the LG C1 on Black Friday? Sam, I'm not a patient person. So for me, if you want to get the CX now, if you need a TV, there's a million games to enjoy on PC, PS5, Xbox. Enjoy. I mean, you guys want, but I'm different. I rather pay more and get a TV 5 months ahead of time than wait 5 months. I just enjoy, my friend. Get it, grab it. You know, I'm not a big Black Friday guy either. I could care less about that. I mean, save a couple $100, that's fine. But I'd rather spend a couple $100. I overpaid for the consoles. I got these bundles. They were all private sales, no scalpers, but I wanted them, you know, so I wanted them now. Ultima Neo. Yeah, it's 100 degrees outside. Where are you, Ultima? Right now, we're at about 80-something degrees. Paulie, come on over, man. My boy Paul lives down the road. Paul, come on over, man. Come hang out. Portland, okay. Look at Ryan's talking smack to Brass. He says, hold on. Sam, if you get the CX, don't forget to give Paul the Tech Giant a shout out for his help. Because if you guys are late, Brass Tax is my boy on YouTube. Man, I did all this love with him helping out to find his TV, and he gives Tech Giant a shout out. Now, look, Tech Giant is the man. Like he goes over OLEDs. And he's such a personable guy. I'm not talking smack. I really like him. But to have your boy that you talk to every day, who's like, by the way, special shout out to Tech Giant. It's like, what the hell? Nobody shouts me out. I shout out the world. Nobody shouts me out. But, you know, what are you going to do? I don't ask for him either, but that was so funny. Brandon, thanks, buddy. Take care. I will see you soon. You're saying interesting topics. There's no topics. We're just talking out here. Let's see. Oro, on the X95, any information on a release date? It seems to be anyone's guess at the moment. There's only one time frame. Love my 80J, but the image retention will be gaming, sometimes distracting. The X95, I believe, is in July. Might even be late July, August. I will have it here. and you will see it at Value Electronics at 85 inches, I believe. So it's been pushed back, man. It's just to constrain. It's been the reason why you can't get a solid date on it is they keep pushing it back, which is ridiculous because the 950H I had in February last year. Well, 2 years ago. Well, that wasn't, you know what I'm saying. That was released in February. Should I watch Skyfall, Spectre on 4K? Andy kills you. I thought Spectre was awful, so I watched Skyfall. I feel like the James Bond thing is like every other film. Casino Royale was awesome. The other one was Quantum of Solace. I'm like, what the hell is this movie about? Patrick, I like hanging out with you too, my friend. Yeah, Terry, Jennifer's the best. That's okay, Some 8 doesn't have to be in the book. The book's 1,000 pages, but the fact that they added it was a nice touch. It shows you the filmmaker added something nice. Yeah, Patrick, I don't know. Canada's struggling, man. The gyms are still closed. Wow. Theo, I have not watched Jaws on the new TV. I do have it. I'll probably watch it tonight. 8:20. We're about hour 36 minutes in. Oh, CS, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Very nice, my friend. I got my LG C1 today, getting Xbox Series X Monday. Awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Really, really, you're going to love it. You're going to love when you put those two together. You're going to love it. Trust me, you're gonna have an amazing experience. I love the new consoles. I think they're great. Not a lot of, games that are alone, but I love the way the Series X is, with the first person boosts. They're giving you a lot to play. PS5 is also awesome. Jay, take care. Let me know if anything I can do with Value Electronics, my friend. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. It's awesome. Let's see. Tech with KG. Yeah, Game Pass is great, man. They're dominating right now. Ultima Neo, you looking forward to any tech aside from TVs? Projectors, things like that, definitely. Definitely TVs are the main focus. Again, mostly PCs, but a lot of it has been, very, very hard with PCs right now. But as far as technology, not really. Mostly TVs, surround sound, things of that nature. Gaming, probably more than even TVs, but it's kind of the way PCs are right now with their parts and CPUs jumping over each other, Keep it classy. I'll be in New York weekend of 7/17. Yeah, definitely. Let me know when that is. I'll try to meet you down there, buddy. You'll love them. Really, really nice people. And Tech, where do you, I don't even know where you live, my friend. If you want to, or you can always tweet me. I'm not a big Twitter guy, but hit me up, and we'll get talking off of YouTube too, man. Feel free. Yeah, Robert's a great guy. Spillage Village, Brian, what improvements would you like to see from TVs next year? I'd personally like more HDMI 2.1s. Honestly, yes. I mean, that's an easy one. What I'd like to see is, again, Ohio now. Wow. Okay. Keep it classy. Let me know when you're in town, man. I'll definitely try to get down there and meet you, buddy. Love to meet you in person. I'd love to see, yes, HDMI 2.1. I'd love to see better. I don't know. They're in a good place right now as far as, I don't know. They're in a good place as far as how TVs are going. I want to see LEDs make a big comeback and really solve this blooming. I like to see no blooming at all from from LEDs. Let's get back to that. That's what I want, honestly. Yes, I'd like to have brighter OLEDs. Obviously, I like the heat sink is a definitely step in the right direction. Panasonic's been doing it for a few years, but I'd love to see OLEDs. I'd love to see. Let me rephrase that. If mini LEDs could just get rid of blooming, I'd be very, very happy. Rick, I just ordered my 80J from Robert and Wendy. They are great people. Make sure you mention me, Rick. It's my crew right there. Let's see. Sir Bronzeville, Brian, I'm not concerned about burning after researching, but should I be concerned if I use subtitles a lot? No, you'll be fine. Unless that's all you use, I think you'll be fine. And subtitles change. If it was the same word on the screen for days, yes, I'd be concerned. And subtitles, I mean, you can turn them down, I believe, but they're not. Like, I know for me, I got burned in on a plasma because it was the NFL Red Zone, just red. Subtitles, you'd be fine, and they change all the time. Hopefully that helps, buddy. So Ultima Neo, I'm disappointed with the lack of new great Blu-ray players. It's just the Panasonic. So I'll give you some insight on that. Is again, Robert talks to Panasonic and Sony and Samsung when they were still making Blu-ray players. They don't make them every year because there's very little to change. I mean, they can, let's just say that, for instance, the Panasonic UB820 or the 9000. How do you improve upon that? You know, more streaming, more apps. That's something you can get with a $25. And I think that's the reason you're not seeing them do that, because it plays a disc, and you have the HD optimizer, which is great, but the HDR optimizer. But as far as making new panels or new players every year, they don't do much but play. You know, that's why you don't see new receivers all the time, and they take every couple of years. So that's why you don't see them, is they just don't. There's no reason to upgrade them. And unfortunately, physical media, COVID definitely did not help it at all. Best Buy is down to very few, and even I stream a lot now. As all my Blu-rays have been packed up because of what happened with my basement. And even I'm not using discs as much. Streaming has gotten that good. I just don't like that with streaming. Depending on what service you're on, you turn around and it's HD instead of Dolby Vision, or it's HD instead of 4K. They sneak that in. So that part annoys me. I like when I have a Blu-ray disc, I know exactly what the resolution is. And honestly, we do lose internet from time to time. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima looks amazing, Kenny. All right, guys, we were on an hour and 42 minutes. We're going to go 2 hours. Let's do 2 hours. As our numbers are back up to 94. That's really nice. So we'll be almost 9 o'clock here. I mean, the HDR optimizer is a nice feature. I don't really use it a whole lot. So if you want to go with a cheaper OLED or cheaper Sony, go ahead. I mean, I think it's a nice feature to have, but if you're trying to save some money, the players are fine. I barely use mine. Let's just say that. Hi, Brian. Been watching your content for a while, and I appreciate your opinion, please, on an 86-inch LG NanoCell 90 for mostly movie watching in a dark room. Cannot recommend the NanoCell, my friend, in a dark room. It's got so much blooming. If you told me like moderately lit room, I really struggle with the NanoCell, other than the 75-inch 8K one from last year. They're just really hard to recommend, Steven, just because they bloom in a bright room. Like, they bloom in the actual showroom. And 86 inches LGs, you're really looking for trouble when it comes to their LEDs, my friend. So I'm sorry, I can't recommend it to you, buddy. John Hooper is in the house. John Hooper from Vienna. Oops, hit my microphone. John Hooper from Vienna is my boy. Another very positive guy from Vienna loves plasma. John is one of my favorites. John, shout out, buddy. Much love to you. Hope all's well, bro. Let's see. Daniel, is a Sony AAH really superior to the Hisense UHG for movie? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's an OLED versus the Hisense. I'm not, FOMO loves Hisense. I'm not a huge Hisense guy, but I think the AAH is a better panel. Ooh, here we go. I'm going up. ABAP Gaming. What's up, buddy? Do you think Dual Cell has a chance of taking off? I do, actually. Speaking of Hisense, we're going to see that at Value Electronics. And if it makes the cut, you'll see that in the 4K, 8K shootout. So it's going to be very high end. I do think it's got an opportunity to do well. And more importantly, it's a new technology. So I'm looking forward to anything that's new. So yeah, I think the Dual Cell will be nice. The problem with Hisense and TCL, and I've said this a million times, put them in stores so your people can see them. I mean, I can't comment on, I can't even recommend them if I don't see them. I can't go off specs alone. I'll buy something off specs alone, but I can't recommend it to you if I've never seen it. And that's where these, I know they don't need to because it's word of mouth, but they used to have some of these higher end Vizios in Costco. They don't even have that anymore. All right, guys, I think I'm caught up. Auschwitz, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. How's your day? My day is good, my friend. My day is good. Worked a little bit, hanging out with you guys. I was on with FOMO earlier. Thank you for the super chat. Very, very nice of you, my friend. Things are good. Thanks for saying hello. Adi Ravanchar, I hate waiting to see how the QNODs are like. I wish LG would have. I understand that. I understand. I mean, they're. I hope it's worth it, but again, the constraint, everything that happened with the pandemic really pushed things back. And unfortunately, when you spread things out this much, like the X90J is a good example, you compromise it because people are waiting for the X95. And same with LG. People, you have all these panels coming out, and they're coming out so late. And then you have TCL and those guys in between really kind of slide in there. Let's see. Kung Fu Kenny, I tried some Warzone at 4K. It's incredibly smooth and responsive. Didn't expect to feel such a big jump from 120 is ridiculously fast. And I'm glad that you enjoyed it because it doesn't have variable refresh rate. So I'm glad you enjoy it. Hot Dude 1, thank you, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. You guys are starting to take off, which I understand. I can't listen to myself for this long. Thanks for watching, buddy. Come here. Can't go up there. YJT99. Brian, did you ever have your 80J calibrated from Value Electronics? Got the same panel. I did not get mine calibrated from Value Electronics because it was like a last minute buy for me. But I recommend getting it QC'd more than calibrated. So, I mean, you might as well get it calibrated, but I think it's worth it in the sense, in the sense that you're getting a good panel. The calibration, I think, I'm not a big accuracy guy. The calibration to me doesn't really matter. It's the quality control that does matter. They do inspect the panel. To me, it's worth the money to do that. I didn't do it, but I'm friends with them. I can always bring the panel back. Trump Amer, last night KG, Whisperstatus. Scott, thanks for watching, my friend. Michael, how did you come up with the name Whisperstatus? That's a very interesting story. My best friend played football in Long Island and used to say that when people got to a certain level, they were whisper status, like you whisper their name. And he used to say that all the time. He passed away in 1998. So I kind of stuck with it, kind of carried it. So it's a personal thing with he was my best friend, grew up with him. So lost him 1998. I was 24 years old. He was 23. So shout out to my boy Brian Foy, who passed away at the young age of 23. So Whisperstatus was his thing. He said once you like someone would be like, you would say something really high and like, this person was like they were whisper status. So I know it doesn't make any sense. My name doesn't exactly translate to what I do on YouTube. So I've been recommended to actually change my name to be Tech Therapy. But my channel is doing fine. My channel would do much better if I actually did content. I just, it's, it is what it is. I'm doing as much as I can, and you guys are great understanding, and, I'm with the right people, you know what I mean? So, I'm talking to the right people. I'm with you guys. This community is amazing, and I love you guys. I wish I could do more for you and be here more. So that's all right, Michael. I've lost a lot of them. Lost a lot of friends over the years. A lot of friends, a lot of family. I lost family during COVID. So but it's been it's been a crazy year, but tough life in general. But you have to get better instead of getting toxic and hurt. But that was my tribute to my best friend. Was taking that name and using it as the channel. So. All right, guys, with 151, we got about 9 minutes left. We're down to 87 people, which is amazing considering we're not talking about anything. Pulling guard, greetings from Salem, Mass. I'm ready to pull the trigger on the Samsung QN90A. What are your thoughts for gaming? Great gaming panel. Don't hesitate. Grab it. You'll love it. Game mode actually looks really good on it. I think you'll be very, very happy. Jay, why are you back, my friend? Girl fell asleep. You're supposed to be getting off YouTube now that you've made your decision to buy the G1. Paulo, what is up, Paulo? You're never late, my friend. How's everything home, brother? Tell me how things are. Oh, Steven, let me go back up to you, buddy. Thanks, Brian. Theo will be using it only with my desktop, and I'm worried about burning. I mean, you can hide your icons for if you're using your PC and OLEDs. Hide the icons. There's ways you can. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to minimize it. Screensavers faster. There's ways to avoid that. Don't leave it open on OLED PC usage with your icons there all day. But there's different ways you can make it easier. JC, no, dude, I'm all in. What are you in, bro? Your girl's right there. You're hanging out with me? She's not watching anymore, is she? So, Jay, I'm going to tell you this. And I mean it. When you buy that TV, when you buy the G1, just do me a favor. Don't watch anybody anymore. Don't watch any more channels. Just enjoy it because the G1 is getting a lot of hate because of the A90, and it's just don't do that anymore. Just buy it, enjoy it, get off everything, and that's it. Beast Wars movie. There's a Beast Wars movie. DAMAU5. What's up, my friend? How you been? Good to say. Thanks for saying hi, brother. Jay, it shouldn't be months before I get it. If it's the G1, they don't have. I think you're getting a 55. They have them in stock, so you should get that relatively fast. Plus, to calibrate QC, a 55-inch TV is much easier than an 83-inch one. So, Michael, I like the Panasonic players over the Sony ones. My pleasure, Pulling Guard. Enjoy and Pulling Guard. Let me know. Follow up in one of my later videos and let me know what you think of it if you're happy with it. With the QN90A. If I can make my own Super Bronzeville, if I can make my own Super TV, which parts would I take from each brand's? I'd want that Z9G, 4,000 nits. I'd want thousands of zones. I'd want the, yeah, I want like, I would want an LED, honestly. I love OLED, but I'm still open-minded. I do have hopes for LEDs. So I'd want like a Z9G with better blacks. All is good here. Paulo, no vaccine. No vaccine still, huh? Man. Add insult. Our president said he will send non-vaccinated people to jail. Oh, Jesus, send you to jail, but they don't have the vaccine? And stay safe. Stay inside, bro. Hang in there, Paulo. Hang in there, bro. Yeah, Jay, just hit me up in a. I don't do live streams like this often. I won't be able to do many more going forward. I'll do them here and there, but hit me up in a video. Let me know what you think. Steven, what would your recommendations be for an 85-inch TV? Again, not OLED, though. QN90A at 85 inches. Last year's 950H at 85 inches. 900H at 85 inches. All good choices. I think the X90J has an 85-inch. The X95 is going to be great. So that'll be a good one. Not pulling guard. That's some nice TVs, my friend. Jacques, Brian, how's it stand on the A80J? There's 3 different settings for it. I didn't figure them out, but I saw them in Value Electronics. You can fit a soundbar underneath it. Yeah, it's wide enough. It's actually very wide. Well, it depends on if it what size is it. 77 inches you're talking about? Then it's plenty wide. All right, guys, we got 4 minutes left. Still 80 of you guys in here. It was funny when I do these live streams. After, I feel like I'm at a Christmas party where you drink and you hang out. Like, oh, what did I say? I don't go back and watch these either. Trump America, what do you think about next season's OLED TVs? I mean, I think it's good, to have that protection. But I want to see them push the peak brightness a little bit harder because a lot of the G1 Evo stuff was all about efficiency. And while I appreciate efficiency, I really want to see it on screen. Good looking honky. Whisper, hi brother. Peter North here, old adult film star. Wife and I are enjoying the stream tonight. Thanks, Peter North. First of all, that's not Peter North. Peter North was a smooth looking, not that I watched any porn as a young man, but Peter North is a legend. You're not Peter North, but I appreciate the humor. If you are Peter North, respect. You're part of my, respect. That's good looking honky. Great name. Peter North. Jay, take care. Hit up Robert Monday. They open at 10 a.m., man. Cheers, Jacques. Take care. All right, guys, we're going to start counting down when I do live streams. Let's see. It's about 8:40. What I do is I pretty much say goodbye to you guys as you guys go out. Patrick, thank you, my friend. Again, not necessary, Patrick. The super chat thing makes me uncomfortable. It's not my thing, but really, really sweet of you. Thank you so much. Theo, I hope it's Peter North too, man. Pete, good looking honky, talk some smack so we know it's you. Michael, I have not compared the A90J versus the C1 in gaming. I hope I can do that at Value Electronics and bring my console down there. You'll see the A80J versus the CX. You'll see that in a few days, actually. Ultima Neo, take care, my friend. Be good. I think the color, I give the edge to the A90J. Keep it classy. I definitely will. Let me know when you're in New York. We'll definitely meet up, my friend. Grab some lunch or something. And we'll exchange numbers. My pleasure, John. Yeah, much love to you always. Adi, I don't think they do. I think it's I think they do only QC and calibration, because the shipping costs kind of make up for the money they spend. Like the free shipping from the manufacturer to you goes away when they do the QC. So whatever you pay for the QC, they're kind of losing in shipping anyway. So they won't do one without the other. Thank you, Trump. Take care, buddy. Michael, thanks for this great, Brian. Really enjoyed hanging out. If you need another Battlefield buddy to hit me up, you'll see me on there. QN90A versus the Samsung frame. Is there a 50-inch QN90A? I'm not a big fan of the Samsung frame. I think it's aesthetic, but I wouldn't buy one for picture quality. I would go with the QN90A. Some guy, what's up? I know it's almost over, man. But I really appreciate you jumping on and saying hello. Terry, take care, buddy. Great seeing you. Dartman, much love. See you soon. I'm still waiting for, where's Peter North at? See, I told you it was a joke. My pleasure, D. I'm just not a big fan. I mean, I think the aesthetic is nice, DA, but as far as picture quality goes, they're not very good. Oh, we're counting down. Please say goodbye on your way out the door, everybody. Don't be shy. Vortex, I do like the UHG. I think it's good. I think it's a good panel. I'm not a huge fan of. I think the UHG is nice, but I think it's a good option. Definitely a good value too, and it's a great panel. Everybody wants Peter North to say something. He's not to finish. Where was he? I gotta check him out. All right, guys, we are at 2 hours, 1 minute. I want to say thank you to all you guys. Peter North is Whisper. I wish. Oh my God. I think he's probably a little bit older than me. My pleasure, Eddie. Paulo, take care. Steven, my pleasure. Bizak, you should talk in the comments, Bizak. I appreciate it. You're a good dude too. No, Samsung will never do Dolby Vision. Thanks, Vortex. Take care, Doug. You'll never see that. My pleasure, Trump. The Samsung's never going to pay that licensing fee. They're the highest selling TVs. There's no reason for them to. Stegabyte, thanks for watching, my friend. I really appreciate it. Jeff, take it easy. Paulo, take care. Be careful out there. Vortex, take it easy. 69 of you are left. Peter North, where are you at? $67 left. All right, guys, say goodbye as you go out. IRL HCR, thanks, buddy. Have a great night. Went for 2 hours tonight. Not bad. Well, then I did what? I did an hour and a half with FOMO, so that counts. Theo, have a good night, buddy. User interface, take care. Yeah, so in theory, I did what? 3.5? 3.5? Spillage Village, take care. Horns, take it easy, buddy. Yeah, we're closing out the live stream. I like to say goodbye to everybody as they leave. David, watching any of the Euros? I haven't watched a little bit of the Euro Cup. Kung Fu Kenny, take it easy. Stephen in Scotland. So Stephen, when you're commenting, keep throwing your name in there, and I'll start calling you Stephen instead of Stegabyte. But have a good night, man. Thank you for watching. 65 people left. Let's count it down, guys. If you haven't commented as you're leaving, just say something to me. Talk some smack on the way out. I love saying goodbye to you guys. I really do appreciate you watching. So I like to spend the last 5 minutes or so saying goodbye to everybody. Yeah, definitely some guy. Take it easy, Horns. David, Danielle, love from Canada. Channel is amazing. Keep up the hard work. We all appreciate it. I appreciate it too, David. Please be safe in Canada. I know Canada is really, really struggling right now. Hang in there. Love Canada. I know you guys are struggling. Stay safe out there, buddy. And keep your head up. All right, guys, 62 people left. We were at 2 hours and 4 minutes. Go ahead, Paulie. Michael, what made me choose the A80 over the A90 is the A80 was a better value for my living room. I may still choose the A90 for my basement. I didn't need an 83-inch for the living room, and I didn't need to spend $8,000 on that either. David, thank you so much, man. But the A90 over the A80 was simply just a value choice. It had nothing to do with picture quality. A90 is amazing. Tempo, take care. Thank you for saying hi, Tempo. All right, everybody, I am going to cut it there unless you have 10 seconds to say goodbye and say goodnight. But I want to thank you guys for watching. It means a lot to me. Really enjoy you guys. John Lira, I will, John, when it's back and out. It's all packed up now as the basement's being rebuilt, but I definitely will do one for you, John. Kyle, they got rid of the sports picture mode a couple years ago, so you won't see that on the Sony products. So, but they're still gorgeous. Some guy, have a great night. Kung Fu Kenny, take care. Leo Star, thanks for jumping in. But yeah, you can watch it later. Again, Steven, take it easy. Kyle, I hope you love your 80J. And I will see you guys soon. And again, really, really appreciate you being there, but I'm going to cut it there. All right, guys. Good night. Love you guys. Have a great night. Kyle, take it easy. Good night. Love you. Thanks as always. Take care.